There are some good video games, and then there are some great video games that fans can't get enough of. Naturally enough, many games get sequels for that purpose, or sometimes forcibly at the publisher's behest. Sequels have been a healthy part of the video games industry and help build the value of an IP in the long term. Some IPs naturally have more fans clamoring for sequels than others, which sometimes bears fruit and other times not so much. So here are 10 of the most awaited sequels of all time. Half-Life 3.
Dr. Freeman.
Valve is one of the few video game developers in the industry that doesn't have the same output in terms of new titles as it once used to. Most can agree that Valve has mostly put its premier single-player franchises to the wayside in favor of Steam, and legions of fans still clamor for sequels of some of its most beloved IPs. Half-Life 3 is the poster child of games that fans will forever be hopeful for, but will probably never see the light of day. That's a shame because a number of plot threads were left unresolved by the end of Half-Life 2's Episode 2, and it seems that they will remain so for the foreseeable future. Many leading officials who worked on the game have long left the company, further dampening hopes of a sequel. Despite Half-Life Alyx being a great game that adds to Episode 2's ending in meaningful ways, fans still hold an unquenchable thirst for a traditional sequel. Portal 3. Continuing with the theme of Valve games that were incredible at the time of their release but remain dormant today, we have Portal 3. Portal stands tall as one of the most innovative puzzle games of all time, along with its sequel Portal 2, which upped the ante in a number of ways. Both of these games have inspired a number of games such as the Talos Principle and Splitgate in some way, shape, or form. A Portal 3 would be a great surprise for fans of the franchise and puzzle genre in general, particularly since there hasn't been a game that has quite replicated the charm of the franchise to a satiable extent. It's already been 10 years since the release of the last mainline entry in the franchise, and how long of a wait remains is just another mystery for now. Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar is certainly a master of its craft when it comes to open-world design, and no game is reflective of its biggest strengths as Grand Theft Auto 5. This magnum opus of carnage is a train that has been chugging along at full speed for almost 8 years now, and is showing no signs of slowing down. While fans contend themselves with new content for the game's online mode, there's been equal parts speculation and hype for the next entry in the series. Of course, as most fans might already know, there's little to no confirmed information on the matter. With Rockstar reportedly planning to release a remastered trilogy of GTA titles and a new updated version of the game for next-gen consoles, it seems that the road to GTA 6 is still a long one. The Elder Scrolls 6. Speaking of games that just don't seem to die, Bethesda Softworks has The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Released almost a decade before, the game has garnered an infamous reputation with its numerous re-releases. All the while, details on the next entry in the franchise remain scant at best. Unlike Grand Theft Auto 6, The Elder Scrolls 6 has been announced in an official capacity, with almost pin-drop silence on the matter afterward. Creative director Todd Howard recently broke this silence with an announcement that the game is still in a design phase, which doesn't bode well for the game's release date. Industry insiders expect a release date to be in the ballpark of 2026, which puts fans of both GTA and The Elder Scrolls in the same boat. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 3. The Star Wars games have had quite a reputation for being cancelled, which can primarily be attributed to Star Wars 1313's miserable conclusion. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed might not be the most popular franchise born from George Lucas's intergalactic epic, but remains a beloved one for fans nonetheless. 2 years after the release of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2, developer LucasArts was shut down, with future Star Wars games being developed by EA. Recent rumors have suggested that a potential Star Wars Force Unleashed 3 might be in the works, but nothing substantial is known of yet, which makes it one hell of a wait for die-hard fans of the franchise. Max Payne 4. Max Payne was undoubtedly the game that put original developer Remedy on the map, and Max a household name in gaming more than 2 decades ago. Of course, Rockstar then acquired the license for the brand, following which it published the sequel, and developed as well as published the third game. Max Payne 3 is certainly a great game that holds up incredibly well, but didn't meet expected sales. Coupling that with a budget of more than $100 million, Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive put the franchise on indefinite hold. While Max Payne 3 did provide a suitable conclusion to Max's story, fans of the franchise can mostly agree that there's still a lot more to be done with the IP. 9 years later, there's little to no information on the increasingly bleak future of this franchise. Bloodborne 2. From Software has established its brand of brutally difficult but immensely satisfying to beat games with Kingsfield on the original PlayStation, which is another IP left untouched for so long. However, no game comes close to the fandom associated with Bloodborne, a console exclusive that enchanted fans with its twisting world of Yharnam in 2015. Fans have been left clamoring for a sequel to no avail. Of course, there's been no shortage of rumors suggesting a Bloodborne remake for next-gen, or a sequel for that matter. With From Software already having its hands full with Elden Ring and a rumored new IP, it seems that Bloodborne 2 might just be a distant dream for now. Metal Gear Solid 6. Legendary video game designer Hideo Kojima is widely known for his work on the Metal Gear Solid series of games, which arguably introduced legions of fans to tactical espionage action. Metal Gear Solid 5 served as the swan song title for Kojima at Konami, and problems during development have left a noticeable impact on the game. After the disastrous Metal Gear Survive, Konami has been refraining from continuing the franchise. Of course, that's changed recently with a rumored series of remakes for the franchise, but a Metal Gear Solid 6 seems highly unlikely for now. It's already been 6 years since MGS5, and a long and arduous wait still remains ahead. That is, if anything ever comes to fruition.
We'll make diamonds from their ashes. Take them into battle with us.
A shining light to our brothers in arms, even in death.
We are Diamond Dogs.
The next Silent Hill. Team Silent's Silent Hill franchise is widely considered to be one of the best games in the survival horror genre. A long history of the franchise came to an abrupt end with the same Konami-Kojima breakup that severely impacted the development of Metal Gear Solid 5. The world could taste what awaited the next Kojima-directed Silent Hills with PT, but a complete meal was, sadly enough, not on the menu. Legions of fans of the franchise have been clamoring for a new game in the series for almost a decade now, with a ray of hope recently coming to light. The Medium and Blair Witch developer Bloober has recently partnered with Konami for future projects, which could quite possibly imply a new Silent Hill game sometime soon. That being said, there's still no official confirmation from any parties, and the wait is looking to be a long one for that. Bully 2. As mentioned before, there are only a few developers who can rival the amount of detail and character that Rockstar managed to cram into its open worlds time after time again. Bully was a monumental success for Rockstar and a nice change of pace from killing countless civilians and police officers as a crime lord. Rumors of a potential sequel have surfaced numerous times over the years, and fans have repeatedly kept their fingers crossed for any such rumor to turn out true. However, it seems highly unlikely that a Bully 2 will ever be released. A VGC report contained credible sources reveals that the game was in the works, but development was ultimately overshadowed by the then upcoming Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar has now switched its gears from experimental titles such as Bully and Manhunt, and seems to be exclusively focusing on future entries in the Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto franchises. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.